in your pose.
I'm just gonna say it like that. But I gotta be careful. I forgot,
You have a hole in your pants?
No, but it kind of dick prints a little bit. I just don't want nobody, be looking too far down.
Gotta charge extra for
Hey,
that.
that is, a subscription only. You know what? If you
Subscription-based
subscribe to
process.
the show, the possibility of that goes up.
So you have your own OnlyFans, too.
I do not. But I'm trying to get you some views here, Scott. Some subscriptions.
So, hey, bro. It's looking nice. Looking nice. So far.
I don't know. I don't even know if I need to take that as a compliment or if you were talking about the show.
Also, you see, you'd have to pay me to look down there. Just to give you a look. Welcome back to Un-Woken Guns, Opposition, and Profanity. Here again with T-Na-Na.
T-Na-Na. What's up, Bob?
That's a great song.
It really is. I mean, I think when you come down to like all the Cajun songs, that's got to be like up there in that top little bit. It's probably top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah. I mean, you got to throw Wayne Toops up at the top. I mean,
I'd say number 1 for me would probably be Horace Stronghold, Big Butt Women.
you talking about we gonna do that butt thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's another upper echelon. I don't like golf. I do like golf, but I don't like golf.
Yeah.
I don't like swimming. I mean
That's
that is an all-time line right there. I don't like golf. I don't like swimming.
Well, you see, I like golf and swimming, but I understand the premise of what he's saying.
Oh, I mean, if you gave me the option,
Oh, bro, we're going to get into something we talked about on the phone extensively. Afghanistan. I called this man. I was ticked off yesterday. I like to wait. So, like I told you, I made a mistake one time of not waiting until I gathered all the facts and calling something out.
Yeah.
Learned my lesson there. So I waited until I saw everything from the families, what the families had to say, and then I waited till I saw what Biden did at that funeral, or the caskets returning. Let me tell you something, bro. Like I said yesterday, I call every president so-and-so, President Trump, President Reagan, President Obama, out of respect for the office.
Yeah.
I can honestly say, as of what I've seen from Joe Biden, he's just Joe. Nah. He doesn't deserve that respect before his name. You checked your watch 5 times whenever each casket came off. You checked your watch 5 times. What are you waiting? What are you looking at? What else you got to do? The blood's on your hands. Look, General Milley, respect for what he's done for our country in the past. Yeah, you got to give respect to a military general, no matter what side they go on. But action-wise, you're supposed to, correct me if I'm wrong, you're supposed to be the one making those military decisions. A president who's never served in the military shouldn't be making strategic decisions on what we do.
So that is not how the executive branch and the Department of Defense is set up. The Department of Defense is a piece of the executive branch of the United States government. It is set up for the President of the United States to make the final call.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. After he listens.
Yes. On high end, it's his job. It is his job to make those decisions.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
No, I mean it. I understand.
I should have worded that better. Yeah.
And it is very, very, very frustrating. I have friends that were there, not at the gate, thankfully, but I have friends that were there at Kabul at the airport. I have friends that knew those Marines that we lost. I have friends that knew that doc that we lost. And all we're asking for is the fact that if we mess up, accountability is the huge word that's thrown at us. And there's been one person fired over this entire Afghanistan exit debacle. Because most of us will agree it was time to leave.
100%.
The way which we left could have helped us more. The Afghanistan army was not going to move. It was not going to hold. Okay, the Afghanistan army, we knew that they were not, And some people look at that and say we wasted our time and money over the last 20 years trying to train them. A lot of people look at that way. Time, money, and lives. Okay, that's the one thing we can't get back in this situation is lives. Some of those kids that died over there weren't even born on 9/11. Some of them were 2-3 years old. The oldest one was like 25, 26. So that makes them like 5 at that time. Now I was 5.
Yeah.
I was 5 in 2011, and I vividly remember that day. But
in 2001.
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was not 5 in 2011. I'd be much younger. But I vividly remember that day.
Oh, dude, that day. So you were 5. Yeah, I was 6. Yeah, dude, I'll never forget that. We're all in class, and all of a sudden, parents are there to pick us up.
Yeah.
We're all going home. Get home. We're sitting in front of the TV, and then live, second plane comes in. Parents had to put us in our rooms because they couldn't believe what was going on. To this day, dude. I mean, that was just
so my
one of the
parents
most
didn't
eerie
put
feelings
me.
that
My
there
parents
is.
didn't put us in our rooms or anything. Growing up homeschooled and very Catholic, we went to church every single day. Went to noon mass every day. And that day stuck out to me because we didn't. We didn't go to noon mass because they actually canceled the noon mass. And we went later that evening. But because we had no idea what was happening. And it's not like in today's, if that happened today, the overload of media would be insane. The media overload, it would probably crash a lot of these servers and websites and stuff like that. Twitter, Facebook, it would probably all crash because of the amount of people that would be on it.
Oh, on the phones, live streaming.
Live streaming, all that stuff would probably crash.
One thing I will say about that day is the way we responded. Everybody says we should have never went to war in Afghanistan. Look, I'm all for us getting the troops out. There was a certain way to do it. When it comes down to should we have gone into Afghanistan? Well, what do they want us to do? Did they want us to sit back? I guarantee you there's not a single person in America, regardless of your party affiliation, who disagreed that next day that we need to go in and kick somebody's ass.
No. There was a lot of people that felt that way, actually.
I felt that we shouldn't go.
Yeah, because you have pacifists.
You want to know? I asked my mom as a little kid. I said, "Mom, why are we bombing certain people? Look in Afghanistan." I didn't say Afghanistan, but I saw the bombs on the news.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we doing certain things like that? She goes, "Son, if a roach comes into your house, are you going to step on it, or are you going to catch it and release it?" I said, "Well, I'm going to squish it." She goes, "We're squishing a roach."
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but those kids didn't know that feeling, and we have a living history, especially as kids get older and they choose this to be your going forward, but like as they chose that career path to join the United States Marine Corps, to be a Navy corpsman, you take on a certain thought process of when you sign that contract, you sign a check to the United States of America up to and including your life. It's a blank check. For the next 4 years, I am willing to give my life for the United States of America. That's what they did. They signed that check knowing full well. I have no doubt in my mind those Marines, that corpsman, and that soldier spent every last second they had helping people. We have no way of knowing what actually, what was going through their minds if there was an oh shit moment, because you see in the movies where you're walking through and then you see a bomb and it's like, oh shit, and then the bomb blows up. We don't know if that actually happened because this goat fucker walked in there and he hid himself amongst women and children and people trying to save their lineage, not themselves. So many people were, and your heart just breaks for the Afghanistan people as they literally have to pass their children over wires. And before the bombing at the Abbey Gate, the thoughts were already coming from over there saying, look, me and my buddies are literally picking kids off of razor wire. This isn't okay. Like we're seeing things that aren't okay, and it's registering that that's not okay. And you have a certain aspect of it that is, especially now that we watched all those Marines, that corpsman and that sailor die. You have to think about the mental health of those guys that are coming back. A lot of it comes from buddy checks and stuff like that, but the toll of that is a lot deeper than anything. And survivor's guilt is real. You think, why wasn't it me that was there? Why wasn't it me that was at that gate? Why was I where I was? Why did that Marine end up there and I didn't, But we know they went out doing what they were supposed to do. And that is the one solace we can take in all that, is they went out doing what they wanted to do, what they were supposed to do. They were doing what the Marine Corps does, and they help people, and they fucking kill bad guys. It's what we do.
And that's why it pisses me. It pissed me off so bad last night to that point where, I called you immediately as soon as I just saw that, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what kind of person, whenever you see that American flag drooping over that casket, what kind of person sits there and checks their watch?
If I check my watch during this, it's kind of like, hey man, that's rude. We're in the middle of a conversation.
No, hey, we got to keep a certain time frame here.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'm saying, what kind of person fucking
does that? I would have said, if you're gonna do that, just don't be there at all.
And at first, like I said, I waited because they could take a picture of him, Joe Biden, doing this maybe and kind of looking down. No, you did it 5 times.
So I'm not going to say anything.
You can't. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I can. I'm going to choose not to say anything that is uninformed to the ultimate level. What I will say is this. You show in your actions your thoughts and your emotions and what you really believe. You show that in your actions. And people that sit there and go, oh, this blood's on Joe Biden's hands. No, it's not. It's not. This blood is on everyone involved higher than that company level's hands. Because, and ultimately it's on that suicide bomber. It is, because those Marines were doing the right thing to the best of their ability. They were helping people.
Well, let me ask you this. So the reason I say it's on Joe Biden's hands is because, like we just talked about, at the end of the day, he does make the call after listening to those generals.
Sure.
And, accountability. being the main word of the day. Accountability being, if Trump would have did the same, if Trump would have pulled out the military first, President Trump would have did the same thing. I'd call it out too, just like I have everything that any president, even regardless who I voted for. If I voted for you and I don't like something you do, I'll call you out on it.
Sure, as you're supposed to.
Like Josh Guillory.
Yeah.
And Bill Cassidy. Knocked on doors for them. Call them out and never will endorse them again. You live and you learn.
Hey.
But accountability being the word of the day, if he's going to be, I say that it should be made by military generals who know what they're doing. They should be the one making the call, which we all agree on, but the president does have to make that final say-so. You listen, be like me, saying, say we're at work and you give me an idea, and which you have good ideas. But say you give me a bad idea, and
you put it in,
and it pans out, and it's
terrible,
horrible. It doesn't work. Something bad happens.
What if we just started giving away mahi mahi?
Tony's gonna come up to me and say, "Well, what the hell's going on?" I can't say. Well, Andrew gave me an idea. He goes, "Well, did Andrew authorize it?" No, I did. He goes, "Well, yeah." See?
Yeah, no, I mean it does come down to that. It's very difficult to put blood on people's hands, and there's a lot of emotion involved in this.
I was more of an emotional. Or the thing that did it for me was whenever he checked his watch 5 times.
Yeah, no, I mean that's downright disrespectful. It's disrespectful at any serious event like that, at any funeral, to do that, but especially in a situation like that where you are there at the moment that those kids are being brought back to their family.
So what was that? Who was the who's
Apollo trying to break the table, trying to break the set, Apollo,
the big patat. So who was that guy you were telling me about?
Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller, not Stu Scheller. Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller. So Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller, tongue twister.
Just saying that 3 times.
Yeah, he was the battalion commander at Advanced Infantry Training Battalion, and he made a Facebook video, posted to his own Facebook, his personal Facebook page, basically calling for accountability from those higher than him. So the lieutenant colonel is an 04 in the United States Marine Corps. Okay, he's an officer at the 4th pay grade level. Okay, they are generally the bottom. They're kind of like the middleman between the higher career level officers and the field level officers, which are like your captains, who are your company commanders, and your platoon leaders. You know, your platoon commanders are going to be the guys fresh out of OCS, and they're going to be on the ground with their individual platoon. They're generally in charge of about 25, 30 men. Company commander is 2 or 3 platoons, 60 men. Battalion commander is 2 or 3 companies, about 150 men. You know, so he's in charge of all, and then the battalion commander reports to a colonel. Lieutenant colonel reports to a colonel, and then the colonel reports to generals. Okay, so he basically turned around and said, "Look, no one above me has come out and said we fucked up. No one will even admit, hey, we fucked up." And he decided that after 17 years in the Marine Corps, it was worth his career, because it was career suicide. You cannot come out in today's modern era. You cannot come out and say anything against your leadership to that level and expect to stay in the United States Marine Corps. They're just gonna they're gonna relieve. So he posted that. It went absolutely insanely viral in the military community, because it's something that a lot of people were thinking. It's what I was thinking. You know, I just want somebody to raise their hand and say, "Hey, we fucked up." Because if they fucked up at the gate, hey, we fucked up.
You fucked up the moment you decided to trust the Taliban.
No.
to allow.
I mean, I'm not
Americans
gonna.
passage.
I'm not in those conversations. But from the outside looking in, I'm not gonna trust the guys who literally exist in their minds to either convert people or kill people. And it's not a nice, easy evangelical conversion. It's, hey, you're going to convert or you're going to die. You're going to live the way we want you to, or you're going to die.
You know what the biggest lie I saw yesterday? I was watching one of the Pentagon speakers talk on CNN. Yes, because I like to watch opposition. I want to know exactly what the opposite people who think differently than me are thinking.
I just checked my watch.
I'm grabbing my cup. I'm taking a hit of my nicotine.
We're gonna call it doing a joke.
I'm hitting my nicotine, dude. I mean, I'm all good. We're all good here. So what I'm watching, he's talking to the anchor and he says, you know, all the equipment that we left behind, we made sure it's unusable. All right, if the machines and all the equipment you left behind are unusable, why wouldn't you just come out and say that from the start? Why would you wait until there's so much pushback?
Why were they flying a helicopter around with somebody hanging from it by their neck?
Maybe here's what they're going to say next. Oh, we might have messed up and forgot to do one.
I'm sorry, but you can't leave weapons and ammo that are unusable. You're not taking that many firing pins out.
Don't you think it's funny that they trust the Taliban with those guns, and yet they want to take away the AR-15?
So, I mean, a lot of that comes back. Did we leave it for the Taliban? Did we leave it for the Afghan army?
The Afghan army has 300,000 people. The moment that Kabul was taken over, they said that they had the Taliban has 75,000, Afghan army 300,000. They said they had Afghan soldiers running towards civilian vehicles trying to hop in and leave.
Yep. They're terrified. Their thought process, from what I have read and what I have been informed by people who have been there and spent a large amount of time there, their thought process as a people is completely different than ours. We strive for freedom. That's what we want in life. In your, and not just Scott Davis, but like as a general person in the United States of America, you just strive for something. They don't strive for much there. They almost want to just exist and to not upset, you know, the boat. You know, people talk about upsetting the boat. A lot of people, they're peaceful people. Sure,
yeah,
they are. The Afghan people are a peaceful people, and my heart breaks for them. It absolutely sucks that they have to exist in close proximity to such a shitty organization as the Taliban.
The access to different news and updates nowadays,
Sure.
it's from so many sources. So many sources. People, whenever they share certain things, I told my friend the other day, they shared something in regards to a conspiracy theory. Look, I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist. I'm not. Look, I'll look into it. If something doesn't make sense, I do believe that they have a cure for almost every single disease that there is. I firmly believe that they have a cure, but they wouldn't make money. We're this advanced as a society to where we could put somebody on the moon.
Hey, they look like chicken legs. Do they taste like chicken legs?
But no, what my biggest thing is people need to look at their sources that they get their information from, because the moment you share something,
You've shared it forever. And that's something we talked about yesterday. Doc Soviak was the first person identified from the Abbey Gate. And his picture came out, and my little brother shared it on his Instagram story. And I immediately texted my little brother. I said, take that shit down right now. And he was like, okay. And my little brother's 17, and he's got a hard-on for freedom, and it's great.
it's awesome.
But
I always have a hard on for freedom.
I mean, you're so small, ain't nobody can see it.
I'll whip it out.
And banned from YouTube. But you have to be very careful. And it ended up, it was Doc Soviak's picture and all that. But we were at a time, that was at a time where so much misinformation was going around. People were sharing pictures from a 2017 helicopter crash that happened in Mississippi, where 17 Marines died. Tragic moment. But they were sharing that like it was those people at the gate. And that's not fair, one, to the families of both the people, of the Marines and sailors and soldiers that died at the gate, and two, to those gentlemen that passed away during that helicopter crash. For their families to have to see that on social media again, to see those pictures. Their heart's already broken and they have a piece of them already gone. It's for someone to share that. So you have to be very, very careful. My whole point in all this is you have to be very, very careful where your information comes from. And that's what you're saying.
You can compare sources, but the one thing, it's like you told me yesterday.
And excellent. I'm sorry, I just caught this misinformation. The dogs, man.
Oh yeah. That
More
was a big
people,
thing.
and I'm just gonna say this, and you know who you are, and do not thank anyone for their service on Veterans Day, and don't, have a flag out on Memorial Day if you're this person. There were people more upset that we left those dogs there than if we were than the fact that 13 people died at that gate on top of the numerous Afghanistan civilians that died at that gate. Apollo, bro, you gotta chill.
Apollo Creed.
And knock
it off, son.
And they were more upset about leaving behind dogs. Now the dogs, initially things were coming out. Oh, the U.S. military abandons 51 dogs. And I sent you a guy that's a dog handler and works in podcasts, and his take on it, and what ended up coming out was those dogs belong to the Afghanistan army. They're not ours to take. And so, one, dogs are viewed by the military. Dogs are viewed as property. I mean, you hate it, you love it. They're viewed as an item, an issued item. When you become a dog handler, you get attached to a unit that is issued dogs. Those dogs are assigned to that unit, right? Dogs have a serial number.
See, I didn't know they belonged to the Afghan army.
Yes, yeah. So I believe that's how it came out. Is those dogs actually did belong to the Afghan army? 51 dogs is a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I was just making sure they were feeding them, man, and giving them water.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they were when we were there.
Well, no, what I'm saying is you see that picture.
Yeah.
And you see zip ties everywhere. I mean, dude, that's my big...
I know. Look, I know.
I mean, dude, those dogs, I was pissed off too whenever I saw those dogs.
I mean, and that's still a human, human thing to
more pissed
be
off
upset
about. Shouldn't even... I knew it. I told Cotton that day, whenever we saw that picture, I said, dude, let me tell you what. There are going to be people more pissed off about dogs now than any man or woman's lives that were lost in Afghanistan. They're going to be more pissed off over that picture. And you know what? That's how we function as a society these days.
Yeah, it is the incredible thing how we have devalued a human life because we have learned to value other things. I'm not saying loving your dog's a bad thing. I love dogs. I love my dog. To infinity. But to devalue a human life is one of the worst things we can think of doing in our lives. It's the worst thing we can start to mentally escape ourselves towards, is the devalue of human life. One of the great scenes in one of the greatest movies ever made, Saving Private Ryan, is when they catch that German soldier and they make him dig the grave. And then he lets him go. And it's like, oh shit, he's a human being. You know, and it turns into a big fiasco, and it's a bigger moment where the movie focuses more on Tom Hanks' character telling them his backstory, which they all had bets on, right? They all had a pool as to where the captain was from, what he did before he joined the army, you know. But humanity, you gotta have some humanity to it.
See, I disagree with you there because my favorite scene is whenever the Bear Jew comes out in Inglourious Basterds.
Well, yeah, I mean, when the Bear Jew comes out in Inglourious Basterds, I never said that was my favorite scene. I never said that was even the best scene in that movie. I'm just saying it's a great scene that shows, even in the midst of what was the nastiest war of all time.
See, half my family's Jewish, so any movie depicting the slaying of any Nazis,
Oh, I love it.
I loved how Tarantino at the end just showed them blasting Hitler's face off, just freaking blasting it. And then, oh, dude,
Quentin Tarantino films are just.
What was his name that plays the Jew hunter?
You're talking about
Christoph Watkins.
Yeah, Christoph Walken's the guy from Django.
Dude, he's a great actor.
Oh, excellent
But
actor.
Brad Pitt was phenomenal in that.
That might be my favorite Brad Pitt movie.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he was good in Once Upon a Time called Hollywood.
Yeah.
He was pretty good in there, man. He was
Yeah.
solid. But I think, he was perfect, man, because I'm going to give you a little something you can't take off. Well, you know how it is. You get to Carnegie Hall. Practice. I used to walk into work at Grand Street like that and say, Scott, do the Lieutenant Aldo Rain impression. My name's Lieutenant Aldo Rain, and I need me 8 soldiers. 8 Jewish American soldiers. We can be doing one thing and one thing only. Killing Nazis. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps. And all of you will get me 100 Nazi scalps, or you will die trying.
This is what I deal with at work at 7 o'clock in the morning before I have my coffee.
Thunder.
But I mean, you could have just plugged, in your editing skills, you could have just plugged the movie clip right there.
Sounded good. It's also an audition tape for Inglourious Basterds 2.
Brad Pitt's getting a little too old.
Yeah, bro. Put me in, coach. Hey, I'll jump off. I always wanted to jump off top of the bar, Cowboys. Just like a roadhouse, complete dive. If you catch me at Cowboy, if you ever hear me tell you, you say, Scott, what'd you do last night? Oh, I went to Cowboys. If you ever hear me say,
you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna slap you.
Slap me.
I'm gonna slap you. Look. If you are not from the city of Carencro, Opelousas, or Scott, you probably don't belong at Cowboys. I've been to Cowboys once in my life. And I'm good.
We used to go twice a week whenever we turned 18.
Oh, I had friends that went there all the time. See, I didn't really go out too much until I was like 19, 20 years old. But and then I got old, and I was just like, I don't want to go into these clubs. I'd rather go sit at a bar and drink and be happy.
Oh, there's no better feeling whenever you get off of work. You go take that first sit down at the bar. It's that first beer, your face goes like this.
Yes, beer. I remember what that was like, Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Still?
Yeah. I'm gonna petition Miller Lite, Coors Light.
You can petition.
I'm gonna say, look, 1,000 loves to whoever's the first person to create a gluten-free beer from y'all, because the gluten-free beers we got taste like shit. This gluten-free Canadian IPA I found at Total Wine the other day. in a pint, okay, because they come in pints, 320 calories.
It's a lot.
Bro, that's like almost a whole meal. You know? That's a lot.
Nope. You know how much whiskey has? Not a lot. Not a lot. At all.
I don't, yeah. I mean, it just makes more sense if you're trying to stay, slim and trim, like Scott Davis here.
Getting there, bro. Getting there. Down about 15 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
It just makes more sense to drink more whiskey.
It does. It does. No soda. I can't tell you the last time I had a soda.
I had one last night mixed with my whiskey. I generally prefer to drink my whiskey without it, but I was kind of just like, I'm feeling a little fizzy. So I had one.
A little bubbly?
A little bubbly. A little bubbly.
Like that champagne, bro.
Sheesh.
That's John Sarah do the trick on you.
I still have a bottle in the fridge I'm saving.
Still?
Yep.
Because this shit was gone from here in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be. I'm not gonna drink it. I'm opening it the day we open on the bar. I'm popping that bitch and spraying the bar, and then I'll have to mop it. I'll probably do it in the parking lot so I don't have to clean it up. I might do it like we used to do it when you weren't looking. Me and Charlie would go to the window and pop them out of the drive-through window.
Oh, bro, it's a liability waiting to happen.
I mean, not really. It was only on like super slow days where nobody was coming in the drive-through window. They wouldn't land all the way at Huya. They would only go like right there into that little garden on the other side of the drive-through.
I'm just gonna act like I didn't hear that.
Bruh, the statute of limitations on things like that,
Does that apply here?
Yeah, it's a very short statute of limitations.
Oh, there'd be something looking into.
It was in my contract.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got a new joke for you.
Oh God.
So there's two muffins.
Is it too early to start? Like, I have to go to class today. That's the only reason I'm not drinking right now. 2:30. But like, that's the only reason I'm able to be around you sober. Like, I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through for this afternoon. It is a sales class. I could probably do it after a couple of drinks, but.
Hey, so there's two muffins in the oven, right? Well, one muffin goes.
Y'all see the look on my face.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? And the other muffin goes, talking muffin. That's like the Amanda show. That little part. It's totally cow.
Hey, Scott.
This one time, I saw the spider, and I was like, spider. And the spider was like, Kyle.
Hey, I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah.
What's black and white and 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 black and white?
A newspaper. A zebra. What?
A penguin rolling down a hill. What's black and white and laughing?
A laughing penguin rolling down a hill?
No.
What?
The penguin that pushed him.
That's good. What's black, white, and red all over? The newspaper.
Well, yeah.
What's red, black, and white all over?
What?
A sunburned zebra.
Okay.
See that logic?
Speaking of red, black, and white, you know what Saturday is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the start of real college football. Last weekend was like a nice little appetizer. We got to watch Nebraska get absolutely embarrassed. We got to watch Hawaii get murdered by UCLA, who's gonna, be a formidable opponent.
They have to be able to throw the ball.
Well, I mean, you got to be able to throw the ball against LSU.
Yeah, like that quarterback only had 41 yards in the first half against Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to run on an LSU like you did Hawaii. So it'll be interesting to see that. The game is in Los Angeles or Pasadena.
Against Boo CLA.
It's Boo CLA. Like, Scott, who do you root for in this case? Not to turn this into a sports podcast on you, but... I'm doing all this to make
There's
one
no
point.
clear-cut winner here for me.
I mean, I'm about to say, like who do you hate more?
LSU.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah.
But I hate the University of Texas more.
Oh,
than
yeah,
any other.
no. I won't even watch the first half of that game. Because it was at 1 o'clock Saturday?
I believe so.
1 o'clock Saturday?
3:30, maybe.
Horns down, baby.
Motherfuckers.
Doing
I'm
it
not
for the
over
culture.
the 2006
Doing it for the culture.
Rose Bowl game. Look, dude, I saw this video. They have a lot of people who are from Austin, Texas, making videos. The 10 reasons why you shouldn't move to Austin.
Well, they're overloaded for one.
Yeah, and it's...
Nashville's starting to do the same thing.
What's that?
Nashville's starting to do the same thing.
Oh, look, if you're from California and you don't want to pay high taxes, don't come to one of the Republican states and vote for the same people and expect things to change. That's common sense. You want to vote differently if you're paying high taxes. Oh, yeah, they said the top 10 reasons why not to move into Austin. Well, they actually have this neighborhood that they built. Nice houses, but it's now a conservative neighborhood. You have to be a registered Republican to live there.
Interesting.
Sounds like my kind of people.
It does sound like your kind of people.
I might have to look into it.
Scott's moving to Austin, y'all.
Fuck no, I stand as far away from Austin, Texas as I possibly can.
Lafayette always wanted to be the new Austin. Like when Austin started taking off,
I will
20 years
die
ago,
making sure that doesn't happen.
Lafayette was like, man, we could grow. We could be Austin. We have interstates coming through here too. Youngsville's going to be the Austin,
Absolutely
Texas
not.
of this area. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And Scott Davis will be your. Do y'all have a mayor here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ken Ritter.
Okay. Good for him.
No, Youngsville will never be blue.
Yeah. So I'm not talking about that in that sense, but just like a growing economy and
Oh,
a
dude,
powerhouse.
it's been like that for years.
Yeah, but I'm talking like wah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's been like, wow.
Y'all barely got y'all ain't even got a Walmart.
No, we have a new news, a Super One, and a Ralph.
Bruh, how you gonna claim that y'all are doing great? Y'all ain't even got a Walmart.
Because locally owned, baby.
I mean, that's fair. I hate Walmart.
I can't tell you the last time I went into a Walmart.
I can. I had to buy one thing, and I hated it, and I didn't. The thing ended up not working for me, and I don't even want to bring it back. I'd rather be out $25 than have to go back to Walmart.
What'd you have to get?
SID reader.
SID.
Yeah, it reads a microchip.
It sounds very technologically advanced.
Not really. It was like $25. It's like the card reader.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but it's an insert instead of a swipe.
We were talking about if the ice cream man has one of those now.
Ah, cool.
I wonder if he does.
I'm sure he does.
That's what I said.
I'm sure the ice cream man got Apple Pay. He probably got the square just like we had at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So by the way, if you want to improve your restaurant's like productivity, give all your servers iPads and let them work on an iPad instead of writing crap down. You can't mess that up. I mean, you can.
You can.
Then they do. I do. I've done it.
I have
But
to.
your handwriting can't be misinterpreted.
No, the square. But you know what we're not going to say.
Hey, no free ads.
Yeah. No free ads. But yeah, it's very, technology is, as much as I despise it
I'm
sometimes,
not advertising.
It's
I'm
very
not
convenient.
advertising for any one particular company to run that for you. But you know, I think it's a good investment just as a bartender and server. It expedites my life not to have to turn around and go to a computer, you know. But just me.
Yeah. Takes a little bit less time.
Yeah.
You just make adjustments to it.
Sure.
Oh, dude,
Unless the Wi-Fi goes down.
It's gonna be so. It's gonna be an adjustment to my sleep schedule again.
Yeah, mine too. Damn.
Yeah, I used to go to bed at 8:30, wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, but to say when you tell me, I was like, oh, okay, Scott will be like middle of his day by the time I'm like, 9 o'clock, and he's like 10:30, and I was like, Scott, you lazy bum.
I woke up at 7, man. I slept late.
Sheesh.
I usually wake up at 3 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Yeah, I try to wake up for 3. I like to give myself time. I don't want to be rushing.
Scott, if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, something is going to die. Because the only reasons I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning is if I'm hunting or I'm in the field doing some dumb shit for the Marine Corps because they wake us up at god-awful hours of the day. But something's going to die.
If I'm in a dead sleep and you wake me up, because, hey, keep in mind, somebody who doesn't sleep a lot, the moment they are sleeping, it's like a bear in hibernation. You will get thrown through a window by your cassons.
Scott, I don't wear cassons. How many times do I have to tell you?
Not even on campus.
No. It's too damn hot for that.
You gotta put on some cassons. Get you some of those like briefs, bro.
Right.
I wear compression shorts.
I need to invest in some compression shorts is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Because I've worn a couple of them and they're fantastic.
But if you go to UL, you have to wear black. I mean, you have to wear black. That's all I wear. Got too much hair on my body.
Why do you have to wear black if you go to UL?
Because it's so hot. I don't understand how people wear gray. Gray will show all the sweat.
Oh yeah. No, I wear a lot of gray.
You're brave. Son.
I also don't sweat like you do. You nasty. I'll wear blue or red or sorry about that. Anything like that.
You didn't sleep much last night, bro?
No, actually I didn't. I was so nervous about this. You know.
Yeah. I'm just a man. It's all right. Calm down, bro.
I was so nervous about coming on here and being by this Amazon sponsored fit, you know.
That's right. That's right.
Just Amazon fashion, I should say.
Yeah, Amazon.
So
fashion.
you got Jeff Bezos' personal phone now?
Victoria made the joke saying that. No, who was it that made the joke? They said he ain't gonna be sponsored for long once they figure out you're a Republican. Well, what the hell Jeff has to worry about that for? No, that was pretty funny, man. I just contacted the influencer program.
Yeah.
And they have to check your social media to see if you qualify for it. And
they still approved you?
Yeah, my influencer, bro. I influence the people.
See, this is why you can't take people that say they're an influencer seriously.
Well, my influence is different. I'm influencing people to think in a better light. I'm not influencing you to do a milk cart challenge.
Scott, we should do the milk cart challenge.
Fuck no. You're gonna take you drink a bunch of milk to empty out that cart and to get strong bones, and you want to go on top of those things and break them?
No. You just go to Adrian's and borrow them from them, or to Borden's, you know, or Nunu's probably got them in the back.
I tell you what, you do the milk cart challenge, and I'll boil crawfish.
You ain't gonna be able to get crawfish for like another 4 months.
I'll boil something then.
I tell you what, you do the milk crate challenge, and I'll sit here and watch and laugh.
No.
Which is dumber, the milk crate challenge or the cinnamon challenge?
Milk crate.
Oh no, it's the cinnamon. Without a doubt, it's the cinnamon.
How you figure?
Okay, if I fall off the milk crates, yeah, it's gonna hurt. And yes, you have the potential to like bruise yourself up, fracture a couple bones if you're a feeble little bitch. But like, you're snorting cinnamon.
Snorting? No. Wait, the cinnamon challenge is with a spoon. You tried to eat it.
I thought you snorted it.
No, boy.
Oh. Well, I mean, either way, it's going to end up in all that airway crap, you know?
Well, you have some water close by you. You don't... Who the hell? You saw people snort cinnamon?
I mean, it came out of their nose whenever they spit it back up.
Yeah.
You know, that's gross.
I know, but I'd rather that than fall off a fucking milk crate.
Man, I think I'd rather fall off a milk crate.
You
just get embarrassed too easy.
No, boy.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I just don't like my bones getting broken. I don't like that wasp sting, bro.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Dude, that was
just to look at you. I mean, you're hideous to begin with, but that was a growth.
You broke any mirrors yet?
No, bro. Just yours.
There's a crack in mine after you went in there.
Bro, I ain't never been in that room in my life.
You just walked right over there. Whenever you walked through the door, I saw you.
Man, you crazy.
See, he's lying. You see that? That's how you can tell. He has that little fucking smirk right there. No, dude, what was it? What would you just say? Crap.
Man, we got way offline. We were super serious in the first segment.
We are very hyperactive.
And it's like, woo!
We are very, very hyper people. Oh.
Actually, no, we can't do that this week because McConaughey is a Longhorn alum.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
did that with them. So
He's a professor, too.
horns down.
An associate professor, I believe.
Adjunct, right? Is that the word?
It should be.
Adjunct professors are the coolest, though, man, because they like actually have jobs.
What's that?
Adjunct professors are the coolest because they actually have
You
jobs.
should let me teach a class.
Scott, what the hell would you teach? I mean, maybe if you got a degree, you could teach in the hospitality and stuff like that. Hospitality
Constitutional
management.
law.
What was that?
My walk. When I walk in.
With your vest.
Dude, the vest.
Now, the vest has been retired, folks. Like, I'm terrified.
Cotton hooked me up with some dope ass shit.
So is Cotton gonna be in charge of all of our shirts for Blu-ray? We need to get him in touch with Mr. Tony, and
we should. The man makes some dope ass stuff, bro.
I'd work in one of those.
Yeah.
In the winter months, whenever it's cold as hell in that restaurant.
And that hat, 100% hemp.
Oh yeah, bro. He needs to make a Cajun's hat like that.
He said he's working on it because he does it brilliantly, man. He makes a certain style, and he just came out with a hunting hat. He's gonna be by tonight, this week. Anytime we're working on this shit. So whenever you come back, I'm gonna get 3 more mics. We're gonna have a panel.
We can do that. We can do that in the warehouse.
I was telling Nick and them. I said, "All right, Blake."
We're gonna have to live. We're gonna come at the people live from the hospital when Victoria's having a baby.
Oh no, she scares me sometimes.
But we'll just like be outside. you
Yeah.
know? We'll be like waiting anxiously, and we can just sit there and talk about them.
I told them, I said, once this thing, I have my goal set by the amount of subscribers and the limit.
Sure.
Once we get to where I want to get, I said, y'all can all retire. I'm going to hire y'all on to be just sitting in the back during the podcast, make those smart ass comments, and we're never working again. We're never working again. Well, this in itself is a lot of work, but we'll have somebody else to edit the videos.
So we got to come up with like legitimate segments, I think.
Oh, you're talking about like and now it's time for, and then pop.
Well, I mean, you don't have to necessarily introduce it as that, but like, as you get sponsors to sponsor your segments, right?
No, so the way it works is you have to reach 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And then the way it works is you get ads placed on your video.
Yes.
So the ads are the big thing.
But also for your podcast on the streaming side.
Yeah, you get sponsors like Cotton. You get sponsors like Kevin's.
Yeah.
And stuff like
That's what I'm
that.
saying. So like you just come up with a segment that would be sponsored by one of your sponsors, and then you could kind of repeat that through every show.
Yeah, I usually just put it about 30 seconds in at the top. Like that. Because I like to have their logo shown with the music playing.
But bam.
Dude.
Here, put Kevin's. Can you?
Dude,
how good are you? How good are you? Put Kevin's right here.
Me and Cotton were watching the video yesterday. The song that I had can only be found on the app I use to edit my videos. Whole Foods has a commercial. Yesterday, an ad. The newest commercial on the internet. Playing that freaking song, bro.
Bruh.
I was pissed. They bought the rights, I believe. They bought the rights to the song because I can't use it anymore.
Okay. I mean,
I'm about to buy the rights to Kickstart My Heart.
Are you gonna have to sing for your
Y'all don't get that
intro?
privilege. Y'all don't get that fucking privilege. Let's sing some Sinatra though. I'll sing some Sinatra.
I'm speechless. I'm just speechless.
My name is Lieutenant Aldora. Oh, bro.
So what else is going on? What's next other than podcast? What you got planned? Big Labor Day weekend coming up.
Working.
Doing
this.
My man. No days off.
Doing this. All day.
All day. Every day.
All night.
Me and you. Outside.
I might hit up some 2K.
Woo. Nerd.
I haven't been to the bar in 2 weeks.
I haven't been a corner bar in a hot minute.
Yeah, been 2
Went to the
weeks.
tap room the other day.
Me and Kicker stopped by there.
That's nice.
Kicker calls me, dude.
God bless him.
Oh, Kicker. I love that dude. Dude's something else.
He certainly is.
He got a boot, though, man. That dude can still kick the shit out of a football. Still. What you looking at, son?
He needs to go sign up. The Detroit Lions cut both of their kickers.
He should.
So he needs
In
to
all
go
honesty-
try out for them.
In all honesty, that man should be
But
an NFL player.
It might just be the mentality that they're going to go for two every time. Dan Campbell is kind of one of those wild card guys.
Yeah, he had a wild press conference.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the man just had that look of,
Yeah, I mean, they got Jared Goff now, so look out.
the Bears are fucking starting Andy Dalton.
Yes, they're going to start Andy Dalton. Give Justin Fields some time. Like 3 weeks. I'm telling you, by the fourth week, I see. And I really hope I'm right on this because I did a mock draft last night and I have my 8-man league, my final fantasy football
That's
league.
cute.
I'm in a 12, a 10, and an 8. But, I mean, we just fluctuate based on how many people we can get in those leagues because some of them are more expensive than others. Some of them are a little more personal than others. So, it kind of fluctuates. I see myself slotted to get Allen Robinson in like the 7th or 8th round as a backup wide receiver. So I'd be okay with that if Justin Fields started throwing the ball and throwing the ball well.
They have a lot of weapons down the outside. So, I mean, my draft is Sunday,
Yeah.
and I already know what I'm doing.
So I had one last week, last Saturday. Yeah, I had one Saturday, and I panicked. I messed up, man. Biggest mistake I've ever made in fantasy football.
I drafted a quarterback first.
No, it was like the third. But the quarterback does play into this. It was like so I was picking in the second spot in a 12-man league, and we came around to the back half of the 4th round, start of the 5th round. No, I'm sorry. Back half of the 3rd round, start of the 4th round, which makes this even worse. And I really wanted Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen was close. It was a good spot to get him. I had a couple running backs already, and I was like, this is a good move to go receiver here. And the guy right in front of me takes Adam Thielen. So I panic. And I took Kyle Pitts in the 3rd round. And I don't know how to feel about this.
Well, Julio is gone.
Julio's gone, sure. But so is everybody else.
And so is
He has
Calvin Ridley.
he has to have the best year for any rookie tight end ever to be worth that draft position.
I want to make sure I'm correct whenever I say this and before I jump up.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley's gone. Pretty sure.
And
But anyway, and then I
Oh, yeah.
panicked again, and there was nobody else there that I liked.
Yep.
There was nobody else there that I liked. So I took Lamar Jackson at the 4th round.
Calvin Ridley, Chicago.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
should know that.
I know.
It's
but
your Bears.
I know. I just wanted to show you the picture.
Da Bears.
Da Bears.
Da Bears. Hey, look, it's Mike Ditka. Y'all can't
Yep.
see him.
No, the best Geico commercial ever was. He goes, Da Bears, Da savings, Da it, Da. Da it, Da. I love it. I'm pumped. Start Justin Fields, man. Give that man the ball. He's
Let's
taking me
just
to the
start
promised
having a Monday morning. We can do this on Monday mornings and just talk football during the football season. Just like whenever the restaurant opens back up, we can do it on Saturday mornings whenever we're slow and bored.
Yeah. Yeah, until 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean that gives us like 3 hours, and we can have those few customers that do come in early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
They can come sit and talk with us. We could sit up at like one of the bar tables in the corner, like I'm talking like B1 or something like that.
They're just going on Mondays over there.
That's true. We could do Mondays over there.
Tony, Going in.
Tony, I'm clocking in.
Well, hell. T9Na's going to have to get to class pretty soon. That's always enjoyable, bro.
Nah, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Playback on this one's probably not going to be worth a shit either, so we're going to have to delete it and go over again.
Oh no, we're rocking and rolling with this one.
Oh, okay.
Rocking and rolling.
We'll put it on no matter what.
That's right. Oh, I got to tell you. I'll tell you that. Joking a little.
We're going to do some stuff off air.
Some 2K. Oh, you ever played Madden? You good at Madden?
No, I'm terrible at Madden. Bro, I have a PS3. Before we sign off, I have a PS3. And you know
the
why?
old Xbox. I had an arcade that I got in 5th grade. Until 3 years ago, I had to open it up with a paperclip. Mom goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" I said, "Oh, I'm just going to do some clothes, you know. Just throw me some clothes." She goes, "You need a new Xbox." I said, "Mom, I never play my games anymore. I use my Xbox for YouTube and Netflix and all that." She goes, "Scott, you're opening up the thing with a paperclip." I said, "It works, don't it?"
Yeah,
Hey,
so I have a PS3.
to this day, I'm so
I
glad.
never had a gaming console growing up. And when I moved out of my parents' house, one of my little neighbors actually was getting rid of their PS3. It was like, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I went to GameStop and I bought like 4 used games for like $20. 2 of them didn't work, but I got NCAA 13 to work, and I have so much fun playing that. And I play MLB The Show, and that's it. That's all I play. You know, MLB The Show 15. You know?
So you're not good at 2K.
No, I'm not good at 2K. I haven't played 2K, so I can't. You know, really. Maybe if I upgrade my console later in life, you know, if people come into Blu-ray and tip me good, I'll buy a PS or an Xbox. I'll buy a PS5 or an Xbox, and we'll.
It's all about Xbox.
Yeah, I just got to make sure, you know, they're coming out with that new NCAA game. So when I do upgrade my system, that is the one game I want. You know.
Oh, it is on like Donkey Kong Jack.
Yeah, I just wish they would hurry up and do it so that we could get Joe Burrow on the cover, because best college athlete of all time.
Of all time. We're gonna end on that blasphemy. On that blasphemy. Folks, thanks for tuning in to Un-Woken, Guns, Opposition, and Profanity. If you liked what you saw, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be here all week and next week. Well, hell, I'll be here every day. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great week.